Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, Mortanius, and we are back with some more Control on the PS5. Time of recording is 1:39 a.m. Excuse me, p.m. Tuesday, April 1st, 2025. And when we last left off, we had finally managed to make our way down to this mysterious location known as the Black Rock Quarry to retrieve our first sample, as well as the samples for everyone else, and access to Black Rock, apparently the resource necessary to make more HREs, the things you see our illustrious staff members wearing, that seem to be keeping them from floating all over the place. If not floating, trying to murder their own allies. But we also finally got a lead. Apparently, this Marshall, head of security of the FBC, did actually know about our case, about our brother. She's given us a lead to the Panopticon, is what she called it. We'll have to see precisely what that is and what it all leads to. She says he's dangerous, hence him no longer having my current job. We'll have to see. So if you like what you see and want to see more of me, give me a like, follow, subscribe here on YouTube or both. Drop a comment. Check out some of the other playlists. Share around some of the other playlists. Bang the bell. No, not if I can help it. Follow the links on my Twitch to get to my YouTube. Follow the links on my YouTube to get to my Twitch. And wherever you folks happen to be, have yourselves a good morning, afternoon, evening, or night, and get comfortable. Let's get into this. Now, am I tripping? Or was this not here? So, like, does the oldest house shift on you from time to time? Or was this here and I just forgot? The reason why I'm not entirely too sure is because this... Oh, wait a minute. Cool. America Overnight Program. The America Overnight Program has operated successfully for over redacted years. Originally designed to assist in providing disinformation to the naturally skeptical population of America, it has additionally led to the discovery of numerous AWEs and altered materials by allowing civilians to call in and report their experiences with the paranormal. In fact, America Overnight alerted the Bureau of Redacted and Redacted in its first year of operation alone. In this report, the investigation sector has cataloged and categorized each episode of America Overnight that has resulted in a successful Bureau investigation in order to help AWE occurrence analysis. That's actually not a bad thought. Using a show of misdirection and misinformation to find real problems. Parentheses, the more redacted results of Night Springs have been cataloged in a separate report. Parentheses closed. Refer to file redacted for full support. Now, some of y'all might be wondering what Night Springs is. And if you've never played the Alan Wake series, that's where Night Springs is from. If memory serves, it's from somewhere else too. But that right there is one slight connection to the Alan Wake universe for this this game/universe. But the main reason why I was confused as to whether that place was over there was because this was not here.
This is Lynn Salvador, head of Bureau Security.
Bureau Archivist, collect 120 collectibles.
I'm making a formal security. This is Lynn Salvador, head of Bureau Security. I'm making a formal security order due to the incident in April, case number 21HQ593. Improper use of the jukebox altered item led to 2 fatalities. We believe a pair of agents used the jukebox to travel to the quarry threshold and engage in inappropriate workplace behavior. An expedition team found them decomposing at the formation's base a week later. At least we found out the jukebox doesn't bring corpses back when the song ends. I'm having the jukebox placed in a secure location in the executive sector. It should never have been accessible to low clearance staff in the first place. The new location's security and proximity to a high-traffic area will prevent misuse, while still allowing for expedition teams to access it when required. See me for any further details.
Let me get this straight. Y'all tried to smash and got smashed, huh? I get workplace romances, workplace fun, so long as it don't cut into the work hours and you can actually potentially have something go from that or just move on from there. I don't get into work husbands and work wives, but that's another conversation. What I will say, you don't... Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, the mood had to be set. Otherwise it was going to be boring. So it had to be crazy. They are both to account for this. She wanted a phenomenal time. He wanted to make sure she had a phenomenal time. Best place to do it is a place that nobody has normal access to. Some would say a jet, some would say a yacht. I say another dimension. Did I ever search this room they came out of? I get it. Real talk. Only place to sleep. So this is a safe room, obviously, but it's effectively the designated bedroom for the group. It being so bright in here, if you can fall asleep in a place like this, something is wrong with you. And I stand by that. Alright, to the Panopticon. It's like how people can fall asleep with TV and need TVs and whatnot to fall asleep. I'm like, no. I am done. How it is you're not, I don't know, but hold up. Recharge, research, charge, maintenance, Rangers maintenance. Containment is neither one of these places. Memory serves containment itself is another sector entirely, just like how these are different sectors from each other. That leads to the HRA lab. And you are the ritual division. Interesting. Why is that door still locked? I have to see. Yep, I found you early. I had to kind of decide, am I staying over or what? No, not really. Ow. Oop. I'm trying to possess you. And and when you're doing stuff like that, you can't crouch or run or anything. So, yeah. Hey. What? Where did he go? Did he fall? Yeah, basically, if you're not wearing an HRA, you end up like this, speaking in understandable tongues, but tongues nonetheless. I'm kind of hoping for more summons, hence me just running around here. I guess I'll need to hit that elevator. Never mind. What? Oh. Yeah. I see. Okay. Don't you run from me. I still need to search that area. I don't know why I hadn't. Yes. I know why I hadn't initially, but it's been a while. There was a point initially. That time is past. I don't know what's going on. Oh, it's just because I've been roaming. That's why. Ouchies. Oh, wow. Try to dash through them. I wonder. Yep. Okay. Well, y'all are just a mainstay now, aren't you? Serve. Now, here's my question. He doesn't. That's a shame. Where are you? Didn't know you were actually ready. The hell? Ha. Ouch. No, we're not done here. I just needed a second for you to move away. Ooh. Yeah, always do that. It's almost like they know I'm going to kill them. Good. They're done with that. What the? Alright, gang. I guess we're not shooting. What the? Low enough health, I guess. I don't know what was up with that. I wasn't even letting it go before it was ready. Because that would make sense, but... Okay, who's left? Hear me. It shall be over soon. Trust. I am on your side. Hey. That's interesting. I thought that was one of those ones. Oh, I didn't think I'd actually catch him in that. Figured why not try?
I've been feeling...
Did I? No, I didn't. Okay.
I've been fielding questions recently regarding HRAs. What are they for? Do you always need to wear them? And what's the deal with the Hedron resonance anyway? Fuck. Despite what you may have heard, HRAs are not monitoring devices. We're not tracking your movements or listening to your conversations while you're wearing them. We do that regardless whether or not you're wearing an HRA.
Exactly.
Think of them as a life preserver. Only instead of water, the thing HRAs protect you from is classified. One day that classified, not water, might pour in, and you'll be glad you got an HRA keeping you afloat. And if you don't have an HRA, don't worry. It'll be quick and painless. Kidding. I'm kidding. We're making more.
And there is nothing else to say about it. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No. It's gonna be the worst thing you've ever even thought possible could happen to another person.
Questions recently regarding HRX.
I thought I had come in here. Jesus. Because I know for a fact I didn't search the rooms below this one, but I thought I had come in here.
What's the deal with the Hedron resonance anyway?
What's the deal with airplane food? Examination of paranatural topics, the astral plane, and objects of power. The Bureau has spent years studying why objects of power transport users to the astral plane when touched. My predecessor, Dr. Ash, theorized that a potential receptacle determined by Jungian archetypes and the collective subconscious would be inhabited by paranatural energies when an AWE occurred in its vicinity, creating an altered item. Over time, a link was created by the redacted in the astral plane to that item, making it an object of power. Okay. So yeah, that answered one of the questions I asked pretty early on. Could altered items become objects of power? Same way this collective subconsciousness could potentially create altered events or altered items in and of themselves. So yes, it is a gradual progression. Wonder if there's something beyond objects of power. So many additional theories have been raised since Dr. Ash's time. Objects of power were placed on Earth as tests by some astral entity. Our dimension was once part of the astral plane, and the objects were left behind as its borders receded. The astral plane was an early threshold into Yoda's house, but the connection was severed, and now the two are linked solely through the objects of power. I'll attempt to disprove some of these in order to thin the herd. Hopefully the truth will emerge. Refer to file 6-32-6498 for a full report. Yeah. Well, wasn't trying to do that, but I could very easily see objects of power being created that way, and then potentially leading to that kind of issue.
You do that regardless whether or not you're wearing an HRA.
Newton's cradle. I always did like those. I need to give me one.
As a life preserver.
Utilization of paranatural elements. Resonance. Confidential. Resonance is there, but we can't see it. It vibrates around us, though, through us, from us. But what if the vibration is conscious? What could a force like that do? Redacted opened the door to a redacted. I've called redacted. The redacted emits a force that is so far beyond the forces we previously dealt with. It has shown me so much that I have to wonder, is resonance the key element in all altered phenomena? AWEs, altered items, objects of power, do they share a common redacted that we've yet to discover? We can harmonize control points. What else would the correct frequency allow us to achieve? What if resonance has been the answer this whole time? Refer to file redacted before report. Yeah, and that's what I was saying last night. What if resonance in some way, shape, or form is the way reality is supposed to be, and what we have now is some sort of wounded version, and because of that, the two clash. Whereas the way it was initially, if you were to look at, say, that resonance and all of that, it probably doesn't look anything like it does to us. Coming here, it might be a completely different thing. Where it was originally, it might be a completely benign thing. Respectable. Could be interesting. Still have to see. Dear Dr. Darling, I suspect my colleague, Dr. Harrington, has already contacting you asking for an increase in her department's budget. Not surprised. Parapsychology has always been the squeaky wheel, all fuss but no results. Parakinesiology has always been the stronger department. More breakthroughs, more tangible data, more usable research. Sure, a man of your esteem can plainly see which department is more deserving of the budget increase. Just think what those additional resources could do for an already formidable research team. Anyway, I know you're a fan of single malt, so I left a bottle of well-aged brown on your desk. Yours in admiration, Dr. Brown Nose Lewis. Abraham Lewis, for you folks who actually want to know it.
And if you don't have an HRA, don't worry. It'll be quick and painless.
It's gonna be horrible.
I'm kidding. We're making more.
Jesus, there's a lot in here. Alternative perspective, objects of power and their astral connections. Dr. Darling is insistent that certain objects of power share a direct connection to the blank, or redacted rather, an entity or group of entities that we have little information on, or little that I am allowed to access. In his written reports, he states that there is a clear link between these objects of power, the redacted, the astral plane, and the oldest house itself. His work supposes these links are innate, but his work supposes these links are innate, a fact ingrained into the very redacted of objects, such as the hotline or the service weapon. But what if these particular objects were never linked to the redacted, but had their connection forced upon them? Isn't it strange that no other object's power requires such direct contact with the redacted? Isn't it strange that using the service weapon or the hotline will result in grievous harm or even death if the user is not the director, or at least worthy of the role? Why do we assume the involvement by the redacted is a natural fact and not something more redacted? Refer to file 6-23-93282 for full report. It is hard to say. There has been a lot of hopes and details pinned on these groups, the board, the astral plane, the service weapon, even the ability to hold these things in this facility. There is a lot of assumptions being made. Now, can't go that way, I know for a fact. Because I think I tried. Oh, wow. They make you. No, you don't. I never trust metal detectors in games. I don't know why. It's just something that's been in my brain for years. So we got ourselves another area.
Changing labyrinth. Can never pass through. Dimensional research. Every measure of security.
Okay. Oh, okay, it was at the top. Time for a standing smoke lictor.
I'm averse to using objects of power. I don't want to lean on things I ultimately can't trust. But the ashtray and the cigarette, smoking there forever, have their uses. The ashtray maze they conjure is an impossibly changing labyrinth that no one but the binder, and those the binder invites, can ever pass through. The things we hid in dimensional research, the things Darling studies, the danger and the risk involved, call for every measure of security and protection I could bring to the table. The maze, hands down, is our strongest lock. I gave Darling and his chosen crew license to pass through the maze. Lately, I've started to think I should revoke that license.
Interesting. Potentially tying into this whole, those two taking such an issue with each other. So, what he says is correct. And even as the director, I will not have access here. Beautiful hallway. Lovely aesthetics. for you folks who may be a little confused, I grew up watching movies like Hellraiser, Cube. So when I see movable walls like that, I tend to get real suspicious. Real suspicious. Okay, where's the smoking cigarette? I need to take a puff or three or what? Well, that was obviously the way. And it shapes itself behind you. So it's just over. So it opens up. Oh Lord. Pierce aim fire boost. I remember that one. And then what was that? That's what I thought that was. Level prime upgrade. Launch efficiency. Yeah, I think I was right when I upgraded that at the control point. I think what I'm doing is upgrading the loot pool. And then we're back out again. There is the exit. Okay, let's see something. Okay. Right, okay. So right here is where I need to be. Right in here. At least seemingly. It seems to redirect me away from this spot constantly. Uh-oh. Alright. Haha! Thought he was actually dead, otherwise I wouldn't have wasted time trying to possess him. I say thee, nay. What? You see how it sort of had a resistance to me? picking him up? You didn't have that much health there, guy. No. High enough to be just high enough, but low enough to not bump their heads or to get themselves, well, they're still gonna have neck problems and all of that, but high enough to not smush themselves against the ceiling, luckily. A glimpse into the paranatural, synchronicity, and the unseen connections. Synchronicity is a phenomenon long recognized by the wise, but only recently given a name by science. It is how we rationalize events connected by no identifiable causality, yet clearly conjoined in purpose. How does a dream foretell an event in the physical plane? Why do hounds bail at the death of their master, which has occurred miles away? The world is unified in ways we do not yet understand, and sometimes we stumble across these invisible, unseen chords and wonder at the result. The visionary Carl Jung laid the road, now we must walk it. My fledgling research department will make it our mission to reliably reproduce redacted behavior by the close of 1959. Once done, the mechanics of synchronicity will lay themselves bare in due time. We are striding into the future of science. History may not remember our names, but God himself will. Refer to file redacted for full report. Yeah. I think I avoided this because I thought it had more, like something more spoilery. It actually wasn't spoilery at all. Federal Bureau of Control. So I was just wondering about the plants and research. Is it really necessary to sing to them? I mean, the janitor does have a nice voice, and the plants sure do seem to like it. Maybe he could just switch it up a bit. I'm getting pretty tired of the tango. And where did these plants even come from? No one seems to remember when they were planted, and people like them a bit too much, if you ask me. Are we being invaded by houseplants? Worth looking into, Dr. Lewis. I mean, I'm using a gun that shapeshifts, and I'm throwing stuff at people from a floppy disk. So, maybe. So what, like all of them? These plants, the wall planters, all of them? The tree? That tree is cool. Wow. I hope they're expanding the size of this place to accommodate the size of the tree, unless they're keeping it below a certain length. Always was weird. You fast travel me to that place. Which, I mean, that's not what I did, but you fast travel me to that place. And then you don't give me a way to fast travel out from the same spot. Like some of the control points. It's kind of weird how they'll let you use them, but then they'll take you to a spot that's not the control point all the time. That or I'm misremembering, but I don't think I am. Perfect. Just what I'm looking for. Oh, no, never mind, actually. What was that? His chars in the maintenance sector without getting hit, and his rangers. Ooh. I mean, they should do it. I could have swore those were the Hiss chars, unless those are Hiss warped or something like that. Hold up. Yeah, the floating bomb people. What was going on here? We're in maintenance.
Look alive. Director on deck.
Yeah. Trying to solve a problem. Oh, well, I mean... no idea. Upgrade Pierce. Entropic Echo, huh? Nope. No idea. Okay, so what I'll do... Wait, didn't I get a mission earlier? I sure did. Hiss nodes and maintenance. Power plant. Oh, I mean, it should be here. Unless they want up there. I think they want it from up there. Trying to remember how I get up there quickly. Okay. Never even asked what was going on there. Sleeping person, I guess. Well, not sleeping, but you know what I mean. No, it didn't just fail. I guess that was a warning. That was a node. These are the nodes. Come on, where are you? Good God. it's got a healer. Really? I don't know what I feel about that. Where are you? There you are. Jesus. Stop screaming at me. I'll kill you in a minute. Serve me. Kill for me. Retribution for your lost brothers and sisters. Wait, did you make up your mind? Are you a screamer or a gasper? But pick a lane. Ah. For some reason I thought they had followed me down. Good Lord, have mercy. Might have to leave you be. I don't even know how to get up there currently. What the? Doing that back and forth stuck cold sway. It'll die. Simpler. Help it out though. Why is there such a delay at the start? It's like there's weight when I move at first. No idea. And then that wasn't even the last one because combat is not over for some reason. Anybody else want to die? Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. Could just take the other way down, but this is simpler. I also think it would be a little faster than it is, but alright. Jesus, this is a long elevator. Oh, right. That's funny. Yeah, I don't know. I guess that one's glitched, or it did finish, but it's not giving it to me. Go ahead and get rid of those too. Okay. Best way to do this is just to start from Central Executive and go from there. Take the elevator down to the containment sector since we haven't found a control point yet.
The new director got the HRA machine working.
Novius followed you in, right?
Right. I know y'all just saw me basically teleport in, so me being able to do that, it might make you wonder if they can. I don't know if they can, but nobody followed me, so yeah. Okay.
Containment sector.
The containment sector, the Panopticon, is home to the altered items we find and contain. It is a maximum security prison. It's a vault for the most valuable treasures on Earth. It's a powder keg big enough to blow this world to dust. A temple, a place of worship filled with idols of angry gods. It's all of these, and none of them. It's something more profound, unbelievable, unknowable. Something worse. Altered items. We've found many. They appear mundane, but nothing could be further from the truth. They are all powerful, dangerous. They press heavy on our minds because that's their nature. They've been altered because we can't stop thinking about them. We put them on altars because they're used to being worshipped. This keeps them calm. We contain them, but they don't want to be controlled. We study them to discover what makes them tick. If this place were ever breached, it would be chaos of biblical proportions.
Well, guess it's time for that biblical chaos, ain't it?
Panopticon. Altered items. Maximum security prison. Dangerous.
Great. Trench and trying to remember his name. Was that a containment vessel? I wonder what's in there. Good Lord have mercy. They do like you going blind in this game, don't you? Don't they? If you can see it, it's because you're supposed to be in there to be able to see it. Look at that. The shifting house has some shifting paperwork. Oh, we in trouble, y'all. Remember the dude who lost his statement in the mail? All because their systems weren't working? I remember. Pepperidge Farm remembers as well. Okay. Don't come over positioning yourself like you some sort of ninja or something. What's wrong with you? All right. Why are you still in combat stance? You've got to be the most uncomfortable one of them all. Laying in just such a position where everything is based around filling yourself up with all of that blood in specific angles. Oh, if we manage to get you back on your feet, you're gonna be uncomfortable. But then you got the ones who are just outright bent like them. At least you were in a laying position. Well, now. Things are about to get real uncomfortable. Rest in peace, bro. Simple room, even without C's. But not every one of them have to be insane, so, you know. Okay. Upgrade Shatter and Pierce. I want to upgrade Grip. All right. Looking like a bull in a china shop, huh? Rate of fire spin boost. Waste mannequin AI7-KE. The item was last owned by Madame Redacted, an operatic performer from Berlin. After her career ended in a public scandal, she relocated to Redacted, Maine for reasons unknown. With her came the trappings of her old life, including this item. Locals report that she rarely left her home in the short years she spent in Redacted. After her death, caused by Redacted, the state held a public auction of her belongings, seeing as she had no known relatives. Various conflicting first-hand reports exist, but testimonies provided by witnesses of the event do not contain some common elements. Most every witness saw numerous mannequins break into the house's windows, break through the house's windows, tumbling outside. Some witnesses Some witnesses report lights. Some report high-pitched singing. There are unverified numerous civilians inside the house at the time of the incident. These are unverified. Right, okay. Numerous civilians inside the house at the time of the incident were hospitalized for various injuries. 2 were crushed to death. Agents were dispatched upon seeing an article regarding these events during the Bureau's daily scans of national periodicals. The item was quickly identified and brought to the Bureau. Interesting. A multiplication item? Those tend to be problematic. Oh yeah. Love that they can't heal themselves. Should stay out of sight. I'm like, wait. Weird. No, I was shooting enemies with the service weapon in any mode. Where do they keep, like, what is going on here? Because that one came through the doors. There it is again. Service weapon. I guess I can only use the service weapon. Thought I saw a sniper. Weird. I was not trying to end up here. Not yet. Are these how many you've got from these places? Jesus. Or how many reports you've got from these places that you're having to corroborate. Either way, very interesting. But it's going to be the end of episode 7 of Control on the PS5, folks. If y'all like what you see and want to see more of me, give me a like, follow, subscribe here on YouTube or both. Drop a comment, check out some of the other playlists, share around on some of the other playlists, bang the bell. Follow links to my Twitch to get to my YouTube. Follow the links to my YouTube to get to my Twitch. And wherever you folks happen to be, have yourselves a good morning, afternoon, evening, or night. And God bless you. Catch you in the next one.